Hello and welcome to Simple Biblical Hebrew. I'm Eric Model. Today we want to learn a sweet Hebrew prayer that we can pray as we lay down each night. And it's from Mizmor Dalet, or Psalm 4. And at the very end of the psalm, I wish we could read the whole thing, but because of time, I wanted to focus in on verse 8 in the English, here on the left. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me to dwell in safety. And then if we look over here on the right, it's in Hebrew, and notice in Hebrew it's in verse 9. So in English it's in verse 8, but in the Hebrew text it's actually verse 9. And so Shalom yachdav eshkava ve'ishan ki ata Adonai levadad leveitach toshiveni. So this will be a sweet, like I said, a sweet prayer that you can pray to the Lord, maybe at night, maybe with your children or your grandchildren. You could teach it to them. And it's just a way of committing ourselves into the Lord's hands as we go to sleep. There are other Hebrew prayers for bedtime, for sure. But let's practice our Hebrew today with this one. This is for more the more intermediate student of Hebrew, biblical Hebrew. So verse 8, in peace I will both lie down and sleep. So in peace is going to be shalom, beshalom. There's the word peace, shalom. I'll bring it up here in the Strong, shalom. So then the bet is a prefix, and it's our English word in. So in peace, beshalom. Beshalom, in peace, I will both lie down and sleep. So sort of will both, or both is yachdav. Yachdav. It comes from the word yachad, or even achad in Hebrew, one. Oneness, united. And the vav at the end is a suffix to yachad, and it makes this this word something that is being done, puts it into action. So be shalom, in peace, yachdav. The yud, the vav is a V sound. According to the Masoretes from 1000 AD here. So we're told here to say Yach Dav. Esh Kava. That's I will lay down. The aleph is I, and then to lay down in Hebrew is Shakab or Shakava, to lay down. So there's shakab in the Strongs, and shakaba, notice it's just putting a hey after shakab, and it makes it, a state, something's sort of happening, and the aleph is I. It's a prefix, and it's I. So I will lay down. Ash va. Ve ishan is and I will sleep. And we'll sleep here in the New American Standard. Yashin in Hebrew. So here is yashin. So then the aleph and the vav are prefixes. The vav is and the aleph is I. And I, yashan, will sleep. But it's pronounced here ve'ishan. Ki ata Adonai. So for you alone, O Lord, this is the for, the word for over here, for you alone. Ki, ata is you. It's just the Hebrew word for you. And then here's the Lord's proper name in Hebrew, Yod He Vav He. So ki, ata, Adonai, or ki ata, if you're a believer in Yeshua, then ki ata Yeshua. La vadad is alone. Badad in Hebrew is alone or to be separate. And so for you alone, O Lord, is ki ata Adonai la badad. This is the alone, the lamed being a prefix. Le vetach is safety in the English. It's the word to trust in Hebrew, batach. And so here's the shorish, here's the root. Ve, there's no dot in the bet, so there's no dot, so it's ve with a V sound. If you're practicing your nikud, le vetach. Toshiveni. Toshiveni is you make me dwell. The root is yashab, to sit or to dwell. And so here is the root right here. And so yashab is the verb, but because this tav is being prefixed to this root, you, this is the you make me dwell in safety. You alone, O Lord, alone, in safety, you make me dwell. So the tav is sort of you again, thou are doing this. And so the yashab, the yud, at the beginning of yashab, the verb, right up here in the on the left, the yud gets dropped when you're adding a tav, and so it gets switched to a vav. I don't know why that is, but that's just sort of the way it is in Hebrew. So quickly before we finish today, so you have this Hebrew root to sit or to dwell, yashab, right? Yashab. But if you're going to turn this verb into, using it in a sentence, then, and if it's going to be you make me, then you have to add a tav, okay, to the beginning over here. Let's do it right here. Tav. And for whatever reason, this yud gets replaced with a vav. So the yashab becomes toshab. So sort of coming back here, so you can see here, to shib. The yud is fixed inside of this yashab, and it makes it actually, it puts it into action. It changes that verb in its tense and all of those things. And then the ni is the suffix at the end, and it's me. Nun and yud at the end of a word is me. So it's sort of like for you, Adonai alone, to trust or in safety, you make me dwell. Ta shib e ni. Ta shibeni. Do shibeni, really. Okay, so there you go. That way when you pray, you know what you're saying. You got to practice a little Hebrew. And I hope that maybe you'll memorize this and pray it to our Father through our Lord Yeshua when you lay down to sleep. Beshalom, yachdav, eshkeva, ve'ishan. Ki ata Adonai levadad, lebetach toshivei.